Hello and welcome. Today we're going to walk you through the tragic attack that took place at Bondi Beach. Our goal here is to give you a clear, factual account based on the official information that we have right now.
First, let's just start with the hard numbers, because they really do tell the story. The human cost of this attack, it's just been devastating. 12 people have been confirmed dead.
And it wasn't just the fatalities. Another 29 people were injured and had to be rushed to hospitals all across Sydney. And that number, tragically, includes 2 police officers who were reported to be in a serious condition.
So how did this all happen? To really get a grip on it, we need to go back to the scene itself. You see, this wasn't just another day at the beach. This was supposed to be a public celebration, and it was violently shattered.
It all kicked off on a Sunday evening, right around 6:45 p.m. Emergency services got the call. Multiple shots fired at Bondi Beach. Now, the place was absolutely packed. There was an event called Chanukah by the Sea going on to mark the first night of Chanukah, and that drew about 1,000 people. But they weren't the only ones there. Yet other folks just enjoying the evening, swimming, sunbaking, having barbecues. The attack, it came from above. 2 gunmen, using long-arm weapons, started firing down from a bridge onto the beach and the grassy areas below.
As you can imagine, the response from authorities was incredibly fast. And how they've officially classified this incident, well, it's critical to understanding the whole context.
Police have officially designated this a terrorist attack. Now, that's not just a label. It has a very specific legal meaning. A terror attack is all about the intent to create widespread fear to achieve some kind of ideological goal by deliberately going after non-combatants. And that is exactly how authorities are framing what happened at Bondi. The New South Wales Premier, Chris Minns, confirmed that the attack was targeted at the Jewish community's event. His words really capture the horror of it all. What should have been a night of peace and joy has been shattered by this horrifying evil attack.
So once it's classified as a terrorist attack, a massive investigation kicks into gear. Let's take a look at what the police have managed to uncover so far.
Okay, here's what we know. One of the gunmen was shot dead right there at the scene. A second was seriously injured and is now in custody. Police have been conducting raids in western Sydney, in suburbs like Bonnyrigg, and this part is absolutely chilling. They found several improvised explosive devices, IEDs, in a car on Campbell Parade that had to be safely contained. Now here's one of the most difficult details to come out. One of the attackers was actually known to both the police and Ashio. But authorities have stated that this person was not assessed as an immediate threat, which just goes to show you the immense challenge of trying to preempt these things. With images and names flying around online, the NSW police commissioner had to come out and explicitly call for calm. He warned people against speculating or trying to take matters into their own hands, really stressing how vital it is to just let the police do their job without interference. But you know, in the middle of all this terror and tragedy, a story of just incredible bravery has also come to light. It's a story of a civilian's courage right in the face of chaos. And that hero has a name. He's been identified as Ahmed El Ahmed, a civilian who just happened to be at the beach when the attack started.
His actions were frankly extraordinary. He saw what was happening, and instead of running away, which no one would have blamed him for, he approached one of the gunmen. He actually managed to wrestle the weapon away from the attacker, disarming him. It's an act that officials and other witnesses are crediting with preventing an even greater loss of life.
Of course, an event like this doesn't just happen in a vacuum. To really grasp its significance, we kind of need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture for public safety here in Australia. This attack is now one of the deadliest mass shootings in Australia's history. Of course, the Port Arthur massacre in 1996, which led to sweeping gun law reform, remains the worst. But the sheer scale of the Bondi attack places it in a very dark chapter of our nation's history.
So what does this all mean for public safety right now? Well, the police investigation is very much active and ongoing. AISO has confirmed that the national terror level is staying at probable, which means that intelligence suggests an attack is credible and could happen. But, and this is a really important point, authorities have stated that at this stage there is no confirmed wider threat to the public. The key message from officials is to remain calm and please rely only on official sources for your information.
In the aftermath of a tragedy like this, the focus rightly turns to the community. It turns to support and to the very long road of healing that lies ahead.
A number of resources have already been set up to help anyone affected. NSW Police have a Public Information and Inquiry Center hotline. That number is 1-800-227-228, and that's for families trying to locate loved ones. For parents, Lifeline has released a really helpful online toolkit to support children dealing with this kind of trauma.
And of course, local GPs and schools are always key points of contact for any ongoing mental health support. And all of this brings us to our final, and maybe the most difficult question. The facts of the attack are stark. They're brutal. But the response? From the heroism of individuals to the networks of community support that are already in place, that tells another story. It's a story of resilience. And it poses the question that Sydney and really all of Australia is now facing. In the face of such a tragedy, how does a community truly begin to